Arafta, latest episode 11, podcast review.
Today's episode is not just a story, but a storm that shakes every relationship to its core. If you thought everything was under control, this episode proves you wrong. The story begins with something that seems completely ordinary, but behind this simple moment hides a massive storm. Seymour is informed that no one will be coming home tonight because Mercan is with them, and there's no need to worry. On the surface, this sounds normal, but in reality, this is where everything starts to change. Atesh also won't be coming home that night, with work given as the excuse. However, the people inside the house don't accept this explanation so easily. Suspicion immediately takes root in Ashley's mind. She starts believing that Atesh is with someone else. This doubt slowly turns into taunts, bitter words, and eventually pure anger. A conversation that begins lightly and playfully suddenly turns poisonous. From this point on, we begin to see Ashley's true face. Her words are no longer just jealousy. They become open threats. She clearly declares that she will not let Atesh belong to anyone else, and if necessary, she will destroy everything. On the other side, Nezir's name comes into the picture. Photos, offers, and hidden secrets combined make the story even darker. Ashley is warned to stay away from Nezir because these people are extremely powerful. But when someone starts believing they're the most powerful of all, that's when the biggest mistake is made. Then the episode takes a sudden and shocking turn. Chaos erupts, shouting, running, and screams everywhere. Mercan has been shot. Doctors rush in, shouting orders as the operation theater is prepared. She has lost a lot of blood. Atesh's condition is heartbreaking to watch. He calls out to Mercan, begs her to stay awake, tells her not to close her eyes, promising that he is right there with her. This scene is not just painful. It shows that for Atesh, Mercan is not merely his wife, but his entire world. As soon as the family receives the news, the hospital atmosphere becomes even heavier. Haider, Nerman, Demet, everyone is shaken. The same questions echo again and again. Who did this? Why was it done? And the most terrifying question of all, will Mercan survive? Nerman's old wound is reopened, as she has already lost a child before. For her, facing this pain again feels unbearable. Inside and outside the hospital, tears fall, but so do accusations. Old rivalries, debts, and mafia connections begin to surface one by one. Some believe the shooting is the result of Haider's enemies. Others think Atesh was the real target, and Mercan was caught in the crossfire. But the truth remains painfully distant. The doctors announce that the surgery was successful, but the danger has not fully passed. Mercan is shifted to the ICU. Atesh is allowed to see her only for a few brief moments. In that moment, his words pierce the heart. He tells her that she has always fought for everyone else. Now she must fight for herself. He reminds her how strong and brave she is. This is not just love. It is a promise of hope. Meanwhile, Ashley's behavior grows even more suspicious. Sometimes she pretends to be concerned. Sometimes she asks strange and unnecessary questions. Fear and guilt are clearly visible on her face. It feels as though she is arguing with herself. She becomes anxious, wondering whether Mercan might have seen her. These small details leave the audience with a haunting question. Does Ashley have a connection to this attack? The story deepens further when Mercan's condition suddenly worsens. The cardiac arrest alarm sounds. Doctors rush in. Preparations for electric shock begin. Atesh, Nerman, and everyone else hold their breath. This moment doesn't just create tension on screen. It sends chills through the viewers' hearts. After a final desperate attempt, Mercan responds. Her heartbeat returns. She survives. This feels less like relief and more like a miracle. A short while later, Mercan regains consciousness. The doctor explains that she had undergone an organ transplant earlier, which is why her recovery requires extra care. But the most important revelation is this. Mercan does not remember who shot her. Only one detail remains in her memory. The shooter was wearing white clothes. It seems like a small clue, but it opens the door to an entirely new path in the story. When Mercan finally returns home, nothing feels normal. From the outside, everything appears fine, but inside the house, Every person is fighting a silent battle. Museum becomes cold, strict, and controlling once again, desperate to keep everything under her authority, as if the household is slipping from her grasp. On the other hand, Ateş refuses to leave Mercan alone even for a moment. He carries her in his arms to the room, a moment that represents deep love for some and burning jealousy for others. Mercan herself is no longer the same. Coming so close to death has changed her outlook on life. She says that life is a gift, and from now on, she will not leave her dreams unfinished. Her words are not only a promise to herself, but also a responsibility placed on Ateş's shoulders. In the final moment of the episode, tension rises once again when Ashley desperately searches for her necklace. Her panic suggests that this is not just an ordinary piece of jewelry. It could be the key to a dangerous secret. At the same time, Ateş intensifies his investigation. He becomes certain that this attack was not random. Someone very close was involved, and that person is extremely dangerous. So friends, this was the episode where a single bullet didn't just wound a body, but shattered relationships, trust, and intentions. Mercan is alive, but the questions are still alive too. Who is the person in white? Is Ashley S. Fear hiding a dark truth? And when Ateş finally uncovers the truth, will he be able to bear it? The upcoming episodes are going to be even darker and more intense. If you enjoyed this explainer, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think is the real culprit? We'll meet again in the next episode with a brand new twist.